Massive day for us. We had yesterday Bitcoin making another high of Bitcoin up to $30,500. Now we got to ask the big question. It is CPI time. I think we're 8 minutes away. 8 minutes away from CPI. And ultimately, is this going to ignite the run to get Bitcoin through this major level? We're sitting with Bitcoin not only at a crazy short-term level, we're sitting at Bitcoin sitting at a crazy high time frame level, where we have literally this major area of us hitting the previous lows of the May crash. And this is between the $30,000 and the $32,000 level. And like I said previously, this is an area of where this could be a temporary top for Bitcoin. It could be. And I'm talking shorter time frame. I'm talking on the weekly. We have the stochastic RSIs getting to the top. And what it basically shows is when there's ever, if this is a true blow off strong bullish push from Bitcoin, price always goes slowly, and then for the last few days or the last few weeks is where it really expands. And you'll see this many times in a run where it will start off slowly and all of a sudden start to move through. Now, reason being is we have a short squeeze gap over here above 32,000. And the next resistance is only sitting at around 36 to 38. So what we want to know is this, are we getting to the top of Bitcoin for this current move? If so, you are going to have a shakeout event. Maybe today creates a shakeout event. I'm going to speak about the scenarios. Let's see what the numbers come out at. I know we have a 5.1% is the expectation. And what we actually have over here, I'll show you guys these two tweets quick. Let's have a look over here. Is the Goldman Sachs. What we have is they basically saying that if we're anywhere below 5.1 to 4.6, the S&P goes up 0.5 to 1%. If we're above 5.2, we go down. And if we're above 6, we obviously go down massively. So it's big numbers today, you know, when it comes to the actual S&P. I think that might be one thing that could slow down Bitcoin's momentum when that actually happens. But like I said, guys, if there is any possibility, we have dominance breaking 49%. Guys, this is a 2 to 3 year trend that we've and a range that we've stuck in for a very long time. I've said that the only time that I see us breaking that range is if there is a higher Bitcoin and we add a resistance of 30 to 32,000. If the scenario does come out where we do reach the 40K to the 50K, that makes sense for dominance to go up. It only but means the extended and bigger move for ETH and alts, in my opinion. But let's go through all of it. I think let's start the show, Josh. Let's get into it. It's a massive show. Let's get it.
Click. Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click. When the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, 𝗕𝗆𝗨𝗶𝗵𝗄 Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. So enter the sniper, click. Time to be dedicated, sniper mode is activated. Explosions in the market are in target, and Sheldon demonstrates. Mirror on the wall, Master Sheldon tell us all. We got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, 𝗕𝗆𝗨𝗶𝗵𝗄 Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. Enter the sniper, click. Enter the sniper.
What's up, Banter fam? Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. It's crazy how we lose days when the market goes crazy. One thing I see, guys, is I see Bitcoin sitting at 30K, but I see these two altcoins, NEAR and Solana, that are just, they're looking boiled up. And I'm focusing on these two altcoins. If things do go bullish today, what we are getting is we do have a very high Bitcoin dominance. But what you are still going to get, as long as Bitcoin is running up and it has the momentum, remember, that's why Bitcoin dominance is going up, is because Bitcoin has the strength right now. You still have the popcorn effect of a few altcoins running with Bitcoin. And if you can find any token that is outperforming Bitcoin while Bitcoin is on this rally, you know, you double whamming, you have double power. And those are two coins that we must pay attention to, because they've been showing a little bit of life on the shorter time frame. We are 3 minutes out. Guys, let's quickly have a look. Solana does look hot. So let's look at the quick scenarios. I'll speak a lot about it as it happens. I'm sure the market's about to go wild. If you're in any leverage trades, close them now. Now's the time. The market's about to get wild. Yes, if you get it right, you're going to make a lot of money. But if you get it wrong, you're going to lose money. Guys, remember to hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We have Sniper School. Have a look below. 3 basic steps. Come join me in Sniper School. We're fired up there at the moment. But let's have a quick look. So what we have quickly on the shorter time frame, a little bit of rejection around the $30,000 level. We keep coming down and hitting the 29,800. We've bounced there twice. And for me, this is a short-term support. Now, if news comes out 5.3, 5.5, somewhere there, I do expect S&P, I do expect stock market to have a small pullback. But this small pullback, it's not big. You know, as they said there, I kind of agree that it will be probably a small pullback, maybe 2 to 3%. You know, this will start a pullback in Bitcoin. And what I'm seeing with that, if that does play out, is basically Bitcoin retesting that 28,000 that it lifted off from. That's what I sort of see if we get neutral ground, where anywhere between 5.2, 5.5, 5.7, somewhere there, I see basically a push of possibly this little down there, because it's kind of negative, right? Because it's just above expectations. If it's bullish, what we have over here is we have a little 1 hour trend. But why I'm saying close the short-term trades, guys, because they might fake us. Let's see. They might fake it. Let's see what they do for us today. The market's probably about to get wild right now. We have Bitcoin breaking the 1 hour trend. So it is slightly looking a little bit bullish as it goes. But guys, if we do ignite from here, what I do think is there's going to be a trap on either direction that the market goes. So for example, if it's bullish, I think we're going to have a trap. And I think we're going to go. Very simple. Maybe trap again and move. I do think that. If it's a trap to the downside, we will rally now and we're going to get trapped. Like, so what we're going to do is we're looking at the scenarios. The medium term scenario, I think we're 1 minute out. Is it fifth? Yeah, we won 50 seconds. If it's medium in the middle, we're looking at here. Remember, these are the ones over here. If we're looking anywhere between the 5.2 to 6, I think it's a Bitcoin retest of possible 28K. I think it's anywhere lower than that. I think we do explode. Let's see. I think there might be a quick fake out to the bottom, but we'll have a look. We're going to give it a few minutes. Once it comes out, let the market settle, and we're going to look at what's happening now. Either there's going to be some mega shorts that we're going to prep for. 10 seconds. Let me know, bro. Let me know. Let me know. What's this number?
6.
Wait. We need a Bitcoin chart. Must I bring out the 1 minute chart here?
Maybe another 1 minute.
Let's go 1 minute. Let's go 1 minute. Yo, this 1 minute can drive you mad. Holy shit. Wait.
Okay.
Wait, before you get excited.
CPI year on year is 5%.
5%?
That's 5%.
That's bullish.
That's bullish. Well, better than expectation.
Better than expectation, okay. Let's have a look.
5.1.
That's good. That's fantastic. So what we have right now is we obviously got the US 30. So what I've been looking at here is we have this horizontal here. And basically for me, it's important here because we've had a little bit of a push up in the stock market. Fantastic. But what we wanted to see was we need to finally get out this. We need to get this higher, high, low territory. We've got to get out of this now because we've been in this downtrend for a while and it's been sucking things dry. And what we do have over here, if I show you, we got this sort of a slightly angled trend line over here. And you can see the importance of where this is now, where we're breaking now. So we want to see this breakthrough. So I'm going to keep an eye on this shortly to see what that does. There goes the 𝗕𝗍𝗃. Now, this is a big one, guys. Massive one for 𝗕𝗍𝗃 because what we have over here is we did have that long-term trend break, but we need 𝗕𝗍𝗃 to finally lose this low. It's been hovering, holding a little bit of strength because once we're through here, look at these huge gaps, guys. And remember, if the dollar's weakening, it's good for us. It's really good for us. Look at the gaps of how far this could actually go down. So it's nice to see what's happening over there. Is Bitcoin melting up? Haha. Ah, look at Solana and Neon. I just closed my lungs. Ah. Look at Solana. We're going to speak about Solana, guys. This is a big one for Solana because obviously it looked fired up when Bitcoin was moving yesterday. But what you have on Solana, and it's one we've been waiting for. Look at that, guys. There's the daily break on Solana. There's the daily break on Solana, which is looking good. So I'll come back to this in a second. The next one we want to focus on is NEAR. This is also one to keep an eye at. These are the ones that are showing strength to Bitcoin right now, guys, because I'm pretty sure. Look at that. So you got that trend break of NEAR as well. Another token to focus on. I think for now, let's quickly have a look at Bitcoin and what's happening here. So are they going to fake us? That's what I want to know. I think we got to give it a few minutes. I think there's still altcoins that we can focus on. Are they going to fake us? What do you think, guys? Pop in the comments. Are they going to fake us? Josh, can you do a poll there? Are they going to fake
Sheldon,
us?
I don't think they're going to fake us because the number's out. It's 5%.
Say promise, Craig. I know this market. I know this market. We all know this market. When it does something. So, guys, what we are going to do is I'm going to jump through a few charts. It looks like this dominance wants to rip. I'm going to jump through a few charts, the major ones that we want to have a look at. And then after, give it a few minutes to settle, see where we're at, and look at the altcoins, look at the levels, look what there is. If this plays out, what's the best buys? You know, all these sort of things. But I'm actually happy that the numbers came out. My WhatsApp. What did you send me? Let's have a look at my WhatsApp over here quickly.
Last one.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. We're just getting a few things in here quick, guys. Let's see. So what was it? What's it saying over here?
Yeah, look at the slowest annual increase since May 2021. Quite bullish.
Oh, bullish, eh? May 2021. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, amazing. So this is obviously looking good. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is spiking the crap out of the dominance. It looks like we've just made another higher high. So let's speak about this one quickly for a sec. Is this dominance now is officially breaking this crazy wedge, which I didn't think it would, but it is breaking the wedge. And you could see it here, well, the range. And this, for me, can give a lot of fuel for Bitcoin. If we still are not igniting the altcoins just yet, see some of them are sparking up, but if we're still not yet, then it kind of feels like Bitcoin's on this is a real move from Bitcoin, because I think that's the big question, right? Is it a fake move or is it a real one? Correct.
So Sheldon, I honestly think that tonight, 11 o'clock our time, when the Shanghai upgrade comes through, and you need to speak about that regarding 𝗵𝗿𝗆𝗏, by the way, that when people see that they're not dumping off their ETH, which I can't see why anyone should dump their ETH, considering they stake them at about $3,500 to $4,000, and then we've got a market pumping.
Oh, they're in a loss.
So I think when that Shanghai upgrade, that's when we could see the switch to the altcoins. That's my personal opinion anyway.
No, I agree. But like, look at this chart now. Now you have dominance that's going to rip here. Guys, the next level on dominance is basically sitting around these highs of 53%. For me, that matches with like a 35, 37K Bitcoin. If it had to just run from now, like right now, just run. It would be pretty crazy. But what it does for me, though, is you got to remember that when we came through the previous bear markets, the longer that Bitcoin boiled up, like look at this, it literally boiled up from Feb 2018 all the way to August 2019. You basically had 18 months of boil up that all got sent straight back into the alts at some point. So yes, it's coiling up, and the only time that it really coils up and rips like this is when it can really go to a lot higher levels than what we actually think. And this is a good sign for Bitcoin. It is. As much as I want altcoins, I still believe altcoins are next in line, and it's good to be loading up now because you're going to be stuck in the same predicament now. Do I buy Bitcoin? No, Bitcoin's slightly overvalued in my opinion right now. You don't want to be in the same situation when the same thing happens with the altcoins, where they're gone and it's like, should I buy now because they've already pumped 60%? So we know what does come next. It's just understanding about how big is this actual move for Bitcoin and being patient for the altcoins, but really now how big is it? So it looks like Bitcoin's taking the first step of breaking out this range, which I didn't think it would do for a while. And it looks like this move is pretty serious as it speaks. So we have a look quick here on Bitcoin. What's happening? Did we break that high from yesterday? Not yet. So
Sheldon, the interesting one, I just saw it in the comments and I checked it. Have a look at gold. Gold's gone mad for some reason.
Gold?
Yeah, I don't know why. I would have thought it was just the stock market. I thought gold would have gone the other way.
Let's have a look. Let's see. Gold. Is gold? Oh, it's nearly breaking that high.
Yeah.
Nearly a gold all-time high.
Yeah, but look at that pump on that daily candle there now that you're looking at.
I can see. Yeah, it's looking. This is looking good for gold, and that obviously means silver too, right?
I would imagine so.
Yeah, there goes silver, and it looks like silver's breaking quite a long-term trend here.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, we do have Prime-X if you do want to trade crypto to gold and silver. The link is below in the description. Quickly, Craig, while you're here, let's speak about, as we think, we have the Shanghai upgrade tonight, and you're able to stake your ETH on Bybit.
On Bybit. So I'll send you a link there. I don't know if you've got it loaded.
I will load it up.
Yeah.
So guys, like I said, we're giving this market just a minute or two just to settle a bit, and then we're gonna look at what's the next big
Yeah,
thing.
so the
For
big
now,
thing with the Shanghai upgrade, Sheldon, was that originally people had to stake 32 ETH, and they couldn't withdraw that ETH until this upgrade, which is tonight. So all the guys that stake 32 ETH, basically every node has got about 2 ETH in profit. So they, the kind of thinking is, well, if people did want to take profit, they might just take that 2 ETH out and sell that. But even then, there's a queuing system. So it's not like everyone can dump it on the market at the same time. It goes into a queue over the next sort of 10 days. If people want to unstake their whole node, which is the 32 ETH plus the 2, and let's say everybody wanted to do it, it would take about 500 days with the queue. So I think the impact on the market is small, given especially this pump that we're having now. So I think
it may
this is going to give more.
Let's have a look. It may ignite ETH. But what we basically have here, guys, is Bybit is you're able to stake ETH, right? That's the thing. Of up to
so
I
think if we can get that little thing up there, otherwise I can share it on mine.
Yeah, basically stake ETH, which will be converted to ST-ETH ratio 1-to-1.
Yeah.
No minting on chain, activity worries, Bybit handles all one step, amazing. Earn daily rewards of up to 6% APY based on the ETH in your account. So I'll quickly have a look. So guys, we will put this this link in the description of the thing. So if you want to go have a look, you got ETH, you want to stake it on Bybit. I think they have the best APY right now.
Yeah, 6%. So it's more than any other exchange on your ETH. So that's a good way to earn reward. If you're going to keep it long term, there it is. You can just read through it there. So in 9 hours time is when the upgrade goes through.
This is another big one, guys. It's another big one. It's another big one. So if you have a look, you'll find you can see 9 hours left. So have a look in the description. You'll find this link for Bybit if you want to stake your ETH. Amazing. Okay, what's happening here? What do we have? So guys, what I want to quickly chat about while we're waiting to see is we do have obviously the total market cap. This is a big one. We're also fighting, as much as we have Bitcoin at that area, we're still fighting this major resistance over here. And this is where it gets crazy. This is where I believe ETH and altcoins come to life with Bitcoin, because right now it's been a solo party, right? It's been a lot of just Bitcoin. And that's why I still expect fight here. I'm expecting a fight. As much as we think like Bitcoin is good right now, I'm expecting a fight between 30 and 32 because of where we are on the total market cap. But this for me is we get through this level. You can see this huge gap that takes us up over here. And it's basically looking at around $300 billion being added within this breakout to the market. And that lines up with this chart. And this is the big one for me, is this USDT dominance chart. You can have a look over here. And you can look how we've been in this long trend for a while. Let's actually get up my one from over here. Give me 2 secs. Oh, Solana. Craig, will you, in the meanwhile, look at Solana to Bitcoin and near to Bitcoin? If you do see anything over there, just let me know. So let's jump in here quickly. Here we go. So what we have with the USDT dominance chart, guys, is this over here, which is a big one. Is us. Looks like we're finally closing, but very similar to the 𝗕𝗘𝗧, very similar to the 𝗕𝗘𝗧. We have this low over here that it's just holding and holding and holding. But what it's showing again, guys, and this is what I believe, that if we get through the total market cap, Bitcoin's going to struggle to do it by itself. It's going to need some help from Ethereum and some help from the altcoins just to bring in that amount of liquidity. It kind of feels that Bitcoin's brought a lot of money into the market, but it's going to need some help to get through the total market cap, to get the whole market to where it needs to be. So if you look at the USDT dominance again, you can see what it's showing us is this low that it's been hitting for a while now. And it shows significance of the support right now, because below this, you literally have 25% down, to the bottom. And it's just showing again that where the total market cap is sitting, where Bitcoin's sitting at 30, this is the resistance. Like for me, this is the major resistance, because we get through this, all of a sudden you have this huge influx of people getting out of USDT. And for me, it makes sense of only one thing. Altcoins join the party and retail FOMO. That's it. I feel the smart money's in the market. I feel if not, they finishing getting topped up. And I feel when this happens and altcoins start to rip, retail come in. It's long lasted. It only lasts short lasted. It only lasts 2-3 weeks of absolute craziness, and then comes to a short term end, and then we reevaluate after that. Like this is where we gotta keep our thing. So this is a big one. We want to lose this within today, tomorrow, within this week. We want to lose this. This USDT dominance. Okay, where are we? Oh, over here? Just before we jump
So Sol BTC, it's obviously broken to the upside completely. Near BTC's on the 4 hours, it's getting towards the breakout. So that's interesting on it. It's a good one that you picked up there.
So is there anything, have you heard anything on Near Protocol?
No.
On why? So we'll obviously find out news a little bit later.
I think money just shifts around, you know, at the moment.
Yeah, but it's weird for Near because it has been one of those that I've been waiting for a while to move, and now all of a sudden it's starting to come to life. So guys, another one here is this is the one that ignites and helps the total market cap get through is total 2 and total 3. So again, we're just fighting here. They're holding these altcoins. They're holding them like trapped at the moment. It's crazy how Bitcoin's sucking here. Like I said, the only thing that means that means for me is a higher Bitcoin. But this is also a big one, guys. So the way I see it is basically like this. And I just want to give you my quick thoughts on it. If Bitcoin decides to go more right now, okay, and this total 2, you know, eventually joins the party and we have a total market cap push to the upside, you know, I see basically Bitcoin, for example, getting to 35, 37, somewhere there, and then a big shakeout, you know, a big shakeout where this probably comes back down here, to be honest, you know what I mean? And it shakes it slows this dominance down because this dominance will have a turn. It's never not in history not come down at some point. And we will have a slight offload within the altcoins. It's not the chart I want to show. It's this one over here. We will have the catch up, and then after that, that's where the exciting part comes. After that, what we have is we need to release the big dogs, and the big dogs for me, it's just the fun ones, the degen ones, is the total 3, and you can see the total 3 over here. So what I am seeing is a pump. I'm seeing a market pump of up to 12-14%. Then a shakeout, and then the real push after that. That's where we want the altcoins. We want $300 billion coming into the altcoins. That would be a huge one. Okay, guys, so there's a bunch of alts here. I'm not going to go through all of them. Tomorrow's show, we'll go through all of them. Let's go through what's currently moving. What I see very clearly right now, and I'm just focusing on day-to-day at the moment to see what is bouncing when this market's doing what, is I see Near, I see Solana, I see Phantom, I see AVAX. Why are those 4 green compared to the rest of the market? The layer 1s. Layer 1s. Now, for me, layer 1s did not get January. January, we had a pump from a lot of altcoins. We had an AI pump. We had a render. We had many of the tokens pump. I didn't see an L1 pump, a big one, a proper L1 pump. So, guys, for me, what does this make sense of? My altcoin portfolio is steady. Fantastic, guys. How is your altcoin portfolios? I'd love to know. But for me, it's like this, and I want to quickly point this out. Total market cap, okay, breaks the resistance, which we have done. This is Bitcoin breaking key levels. What you have next is you have Ethereum. May it wake up today, may it wake up in 3 days. We will see how the event goes tonight. But you have Ethereum wake up that breaks total 2. With Ethereum, breaks out the major caps. You need money now. You need money to get that total market cap to where it needs to be. Now, for me, these are ones like AVAX, Solana, Cardano. These are the ones that, for me, stand next in line with Ethereum. They're the next ones to lift off. After that, you have small caps. That's how it usually flows. So it makes sense now. Total breakout, bring in the big money, then total 2, then total 3. So when it comes to total 2, that's what we should be prepping for next. You want to be ahead. You don't want to focus on the total market cap. You don't want to worry about Bitcoin and ETH is too expensive right now, in my opinion, to be buying them. If we could get a pullback now, amazing. Maybe we can get entries, but for now, they're too much. So we focus on the bigger ones. And let's quickly speak about Solana. Solana is a big one for me. It's one that's looking really good, and it's getting yet again to one of the most important levels for Solana to break through to finally get it going. So the big thing that happened was, for the first time, we have had official day close above 200-day moving average. It's been below this for a while. It's actually creeped below this when it lost $140. So that's how long Solana's been below this trend line. The moving average, sorry, the 200-day. Now we are finally closing above that. Now we know this, guys. A 200 MA. I just want to show you an example again of what a 200 MA means. This is when we broke the 200 MA that Bitcoin didn't break for a while. All of a sudden, you start to get excitement. You start to get some higher time frame momentum. So Solana, if this is the break, I'll show you the areas now. This is where we're going to catch it, and we'll catch it early. If it's time for Solana, if it's time for the majors, we'll get this very early. So what I see over here currently on the chart is I see basically us having this major trend line. trend line that we've been down for a while. And I see a break of the trend line. I see a break of the 200 MA. And I see us now officially looking to make our first higher high over here. So the big resistance that Solana is facing and where I see the big acceleration of it happening, I think that right now as we stand, anywhere now between basically the $20 and $24 is your last attempt to loading up on your spots and loading up on some longer term holds, in my opinion. And reason being this is because we have one of these major resistances, and this is where we got stopped. This is where Solana slowed down last time. And it's basically between the 27 and the 28. Now, this was that big support, guys, that it was holding for a little while. It was holding this for, and then we dropped it. And we finally dropped it. You know, we accelerated quick to the downside. And now it became resistance. But what it's basically showing from this point over here, and this is why you want to catch an early 200 MA breakout, an early trendline breakout, a higher high, amazing. Does mean it can maybe retest, maybe. So you'll be quite lucky if it does come and retest. But what you want to do is build in this area, because if this goes up here now and it breaks through this range over here, you have a very big gap. This for me, this was the FTX, right? This was unfortunate for Solana. I don't think it was supposed to take the hit that it did, but it definitely took the hit. But once we through that range, you start to get these huge acceleration gaps. And you basically got these three major points for Solana. Okay, when it comes, and this is daily. I'm not even jumping to the weekly just yet. Guys, I want to focus on total 2. That's the ones to focus on. And what you have is these big gaps over here. And what these gaps like to do is price acceleration points where there's walls. Everyone's trying to hold Solana at this level. And we've hit that wall twice already. We've actually been eating a little bit from that wall. And what you have is after that area, which is more or less the area of around about the $28 mark. After that, your next resistance is all the way at 40. After that, we have 48, and then we have 60. Now, it's crazy, guys. We don't know how big Bitcoin wants to go. And we don't know that maybe Bitcoin does decide to go to 40. Stop telling me that it can't. Prep for both. Bitcoin can go to 20, it can go to 10, it can go to 50. Stop saying that it can't. Prep if it does. If it does, know what the hell you're going to do if it does. Stop saying no, because that's when you get caught and you get left completely behind. Alts dump, loading up more, fantastic. So if you have a look over here, these are the major gaps. So this might be the start of the run of getting a Solana back to $40 to $60. And this is the early signs that we're starting to see that this is outperforming many. So it looks really good. And if you obviously come to the weekly, you know, this gets to a way higher point where technically, because Bitcoin went and tested these lows, we should go test with Solana. But I'm not saying this just yet. For now, I'm saying 40, 60. But technically, $80 could possibly be on the cards too. So you never know. Remember, in these areas over here, no one believed it. No one. Dump off, no one. And this thing just didn't stop. And at the same point over here, it was saying the same thing of where we are now. We're still going to have a pullback. This isn't a jet. This isn't a jet. There isn't a jet. And I remember the whole damn bull run that I was in. I just saw these things go and go and go. Just prep for both, guys. That's all that I'm saying. And right now, I'm in a lot of Solana, and I'm prepping on Solana because I'm getting the early signs. So next one over here, and this is a big one. Firstly, look at this. So you have Near Protocol. Now, firstly, for me, it's a reset of the cycle. What is a cycle? A cycle is where it starts off at a point, it does this crazy run, comes down, accumulates for a while at the range low, and then slowly starts the road to recovery. Now, one thing that I want to remind you of is when a bull market lasts 800 days and a bear market lasts 400 days. The difference, though, is a bull market, only the last 200 days is where it actually goes. But in that 600 days, it just slowly climbs up. Not too much more damage, and you've seen it. So you have this 1 year of like destroying this, of these 400 days of huge downness. Then you start the sideways and the slow grind, and only at the end is when you basically have that fast run. And you've seen it many times within altcoins, and you saw it with the Bitcoin rally too, at those points. So yet again, you're at the range low over here. So let's look at the first things. First thing we want to focus on, and this one's slightly early, so you can take a little bit more time with Near. But we're starting to see power to Bitcoin. And then what we're starting to see over here is we have this long-term daily trend, which we've just broken. Okay? Just broken the daily trend. Amazing. Now we have one more major test for Near over here. And this major test is the 2.2. And what that is, 200-day moving average. Once we through that, you've now had the second point. So you got the first point, which is we at the market, we're at the range low. Does not mean it can't hover here. We're at the range low. What you want to see after that is you want to see a long-term trend break. There's the break over there. Secondly, what you want to see is a 200-day. It's approaching it now. It can break it at any moment. Put this on your radar because it's a big one. Where can it go? Where is the major resistance? You got one major resistance, and this is where it fought last time, which is the 2.7. It's already 30% just to that area. And then after that, this is very similar to the zone where Solana is attempting to go to now. After that, now all of a sudden, $5, $6, $8, and you start to look at the returns. So guys, Neo Protocol is one of the next big ones again. Then I want to speak about AVAX. So for me, AVAX above 200-day moving average. Looking to possibly break a short-term daily trend now. Amazing. Long-term break of trend. Reset all the way back to the market cycle. Start at the bottom over here. So we came all the way back from the high levels. And now we're above 200-day moving average. Looking at possibly break this area. For me, I've accumulated quite a bit of AVAX for a little while now. And for me, I won't be paying any more of around 19, maybe 20, but 19 will be the highest that I'll pay for a long-term or spot position. And ultimately from that, that's it. I do have a little bit lower for maybe the early 10s, but as it seems now, you don't know when this thing could just take off at any point. So AVAX is one of the next ones, looking at breaking daily trend above 200-day moving average. And it does have the gaps above $22. You got a gap to 30, you got a gap to 35, and who damn knows, we may even go fill these higher gaps up at these higher levels. So for now, guys, I just want to keep it nice and sweet with Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks good at holding 30K at the moment. What we do have is a small support. I do think at some point we're going to have a test at 28, but for now it's looking good. News went good. Market's holding pretty strong. Dominance is hovering. It's not breaking it just yet, waiting for Bitcoin. When there is a shift to the altcoins, guys, I do think there's going to be a shakeout. So if you do see a shakeout at any point of a 7-8% pullback in Bitcoin, for me, that is what we need to trigger the alts at some point. So don't be afraid for that to happen at any point. And focus on what's the next narrative. The next narrative is total 2. Ethereum and major alts. And for me, layer 1s are the big ones now. So the only ones that I'm focused on right now for today that I think can just rip at any point, Near, Solana, and AVAX. Those are the 3 for me right now as it speaks. Tomorrow, if everything holds, maybe the dominance crashes at any point. Because this dominance comes down now. Guys, the alts are going to go absolutely mad. So pay attention. Tomorrow, be on the show. Remember to join Sniper School. Link is below in the description. Have a fantastic day. Make lots of money. I'm proud of every single one of you. And let's support Bitcoin. Hopefully, we have a $40,000 Bitcoin. Much love, Banter fam. I'll see you tomorrow.